Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. The tension was electric in the studio. The lights dimmed, the music surged, and Bradley Walsh flashed his signature grin. Welcome back to the chase. We've had a bit of a bumpy ride so far, but let's meet our final contestant, Sophie. A round of applause echoed as Sophie, a 26-year-old children's librarian from Devon, gave a shy wave. With a smile as wide as her nerves, she approached the podium. Bradley, ever the charmer, leaned in. "So, Sophie, what would you do if you win big today?" "Oh," Sophie blushed, "I'd buy a proper tea set for the library's reading club and maybe take my gran to see Cats in the West End." "A woman of culture," Brad winked. "All right, let's build your pot." But Sophie's cash builder was less thrilling and more thrillingly awkward. 4 correct answers. £4,000. Not terrible, not great. Then came the showdown with the governess, Anne Hegarty herself. Anne raised a brow when the low offer popped up. £1,000. And no, I won't apologise. The middle offer was Sophie's £4,000, and the high was a tempting £40,000. Gasps rippled through the studio. Sophie bit her lip. Her teammates, 3 strangers now bound by studio lights and commercial breaks, leaned forward, expectant. I'll take the £1,000, she squeaked. A silence as heavy as Anne's glare fell over the room. "Oh, Sophie," Brad sighed, ever so diplomatically. Twitter exploded. #TheChase. At QuizJunkie45, "What's the point of even going on this show to bring back 1K? At Bradley's eyebrow, "Sophie's just walked us into the lowest pot in Chase history. Is this satire?" At Library Lioness, "I love Sophie. Tea set's greater than TV money, but girl, that 40K was calling." To everyone's surprise, Sophie made it back safely, 1 step at a time, calm, methodical, like shelving books in the Dewey Decimal System. And just like that, the final round had a single contestant and a final pot of just £1,000. Bradley looked genuinely bemused. "Well, this'll be quick." Sophie chuckled nervously. "Better one than none." The final chase began. With 2 minutes on the clock, Sophie dug in. She answered questions on Greek mythology, 90s pop bands, and obscure medical terms like she was born for it. 1 pass, 17 steps. Anne returned. "Only one of you?" she asked, unimpressed. "Yes," Sophie said, clutching the desk like a life raft. "You realize this is the lowest pot in Chase history?" "I know, but I still want that tea set." Bradley snorted, half laugh, half wheeze. The chase was on. Anne started strong, closing the gap with terrifying precision, but then she stumbled. "What is the capital of Kazakhstan?" "Uzbekistan. No, wait. Wrong," Brad barked. Sophie swooped in. "Astana." Pushback successful. The audience clapped. Twitter stirred. At Kazakhstan Stan, Sophie with the save, Astana for everything. At Anfa No More, the governess is sweating, and I'm living for it. 1 minute left. Anne tripped again. Which Shakespeare play features the character Banquo? Hamlet? Nope. Sophie again. Macbeth. Pushback. 18 steps. Anne never recovered. Time ran out. Bradley gawked. She's done it. £1,000 won. Sophie gasped, half from joy, half from disbelief. The audience gave a standing ovation, not for the amount, but for the guts. Even Anne cracked a rare smile. "You made that harder than it should have been. Well played." Backstage, Sophie took her check with pride. The internet, once aflame with fury, began to thaw. At Game Show Guru, still the lowest pot ever, but one of the best solo wins. Respect. At Chase Queen, Sophie just proved it's not about the money, it's about the chase. And somewhere in Devon, a small library's reading club was about to get the fanciest tea set it had ever seen. all thanks to the most unassuming quiz queen the Chase had ever known.